Hey there, it is day 17. How are you doing today? I would like to speak of responsibility today. So, all this forgiveness and love and approval and just being a human on the planet, doing our businesses, being the best that we can be in our lives, whether it's being a mom, being a dad, being a sister, being a brother, being a leader, having a team, having your own business, all of those responsibilities in life. Making sure everybody's got what they want, making sure everybody's got the tools to be successful. Our kids, our families, our business partners, everything. We all want everybody to be successful. And that can bring up a lot of, fear. Fear that I'm going to do it right, fear that I'm going to be a good enough leader. That can actually stop us in our tracks. Like, I don't know if I can handle this. I don't know if I can take on this job. Will I be disciplined enough to, be really good at being a leader, being that person that others, tend to look up to or use as a guideline or be assistants to. It can feel like a lot of responsibility, a lot of pressure, and it could stop us from even being successful in life because we just want to sometimes make ourselves small because we don't think we can do it all, that we'll be providing enough. So could you welcome up any of those feelings? Those feelings of not good enough, feelings of I don't have enough time in my life to help everybody, to be there for everybody. I don't know how to do, online business. I don't know how to create a YouTube channel. I don't know how to, have all my emails organized and how to keep people in the loop in my business and for our teams, and how to make sure everybody's in the know and run my family life at the same time, or even just running my own life, just keeping track of my, needing to exercise and needing my time for contemplation. All these things can come up. So just welcome up all those feelings, those overwhelming feelings. It can be hugely overwhelming. So let's welcome up all those overwhelming feelings. Welcome them up some more and even more. And just allow them to be there and recognize they're just feelings. Now we could put a lot of power and a lot of, focus on those feelings, and they can totally sidetrack us. And where we just want to put the blankets over our heads and say, I just don't want to do today. I just don't. It's too much. I'm just going to go and just work for somebody and just make peanuts and not have a really successful business, a really successful career, or really successful life, or really be able to be active in my family's life and with everything that's going on is just too much, too overwhelming. Welcome up all those feelings. Now, we can also see them as just feelings. They're just feelings of society in a whole. There's a lot of that energy out there. And all of us can feel it all, whether we know what it is or not. It's just a lot of programming, a lot of, there's too much to do. You can't do it all. Programming. You just need to focus on one thing. You have to have, skilled education, having a degree in order to, have to be a successful entrepreneur or to be a successful mom or dad. It's like you have to have all these classes and you have to have, just to do life. Some of it sounds a little ridiculous, yes? Some things are like really, blown out of proportion. So, could we just welcome up those overwhelming feelings? Open up a door and window. Let the warm air come through and just take all those feelings away. Just open up and just let that gust of beautiful breeze just lovingly take those feelings away. We can approach things with love and with confidence and with, I know I can do it, or we can approach things with, it's too much anxiety, I'm going to end up, in dire stress because I can't take it. Like, which one feels better? We have choices in life. And there's a lot of people on this planet. We can reach out to each other and share with each other how we feel. And so we can, find someone that can give us a hand. The Enagic business is awesome because we all help each other out. If one person can't, there's always somebody else to ask. And there's so many loving souls out there to reach out for help. It's that way with lots of, life. That's the way it's meant to be. Just asking help from our neighbors, from whomever, when we need a hand. And I'm the first one that is guilty of not wanting to ask for help. So let's welcome up those feelings of thinking we need to do it all, thinking we need to be the best, that we don't need help. Welcome up those feelings and let those feelings go out that window, out that door, with that warm summer breeze, or that cool breeze, or that pot of water that's boiling. Just open up the cover and let the steam go out. Let's do a little breathing exercise. Overwhelming anxiety feelings can create a lot of energy inside of us that needs to be released. We can do it in very healthy ways. So there's lots of different breathing exercises, and I love my breath work. So I'm going to share with you a breath work exercise. It's 5 short, quick breaths and 1 long one. So we're going to go and do it again. And do it again. How are you feeling? Let's do it one more time. And one more. You know what I do? I use my fingers to count the breaths. How are you feeling? It almost can be close to hyperventilating breath, but it's not. You'll be fine. And it just totally puts you in a space of quiet. Like, all right, calm. I'm breathing Because when we're all stressed out and overwhelmed, if we really check in, we're not breathing very much at all. So just breathing, just breathe is huge. And what's underlying of all those feelings of overwhelm? Being fully responsible for everything that's happening. Is that wanting approval, wanting control, wanting safety? Could be all three of them, right? So could we let go of want? Wait a second, let's get courageous. I must want freedom more than I want approval, control, or safety. I decide to release, to let go, and be free. So could you let go of wanting approval so you could have approval? Could you let go of wanting approval so you could have approval? Yes. Could you let go of wanting approval so you can have approval? Yes. Which feels better, having approval or wanting approval? Having approval feels better. Do you have approval or do you still want approval? I do feel a little bit like I have approval now. Okay, so if you still need approval, keep doing that round. But we're going to do a fast action today. Jump into control. So could you let go of wanting control so you can have control? Yes. Could you let go of wanting control so you could have control? Yes. Which feels better, having control or wanting control? Having control feels better. So could you let go of wanting control so you could have control? Yes. Do you have control or do you still want control? I think I still want it. So could you let go of wanting control so you could have control? Yes. Now remember, it's just a decision. So, do you feel like you have control or do you still want control? I feel like I have control. Could you have even more control? Yes. And even more control? Yes. Okay, we're going to jump to safety. So could you let go of wanting safety so you can have safety? Yes. Could you let go of wanting safety so you can have safety? Yes. Which feels better, having safety or wanting safety? Having safety feels better. So could you let go of wanting safety so you can have safety? Yes. Do you have safety or do you still want it? Kind of still want it. So could you let go of wanting safety so you can have safety? Yes. It's just a decision. So could you let go of wanting safety so you can have safety? Yes. Do you have safety or do you still want it? I have safety. Can you have even more safety? Yes. And even more safety? Yes. And even more safety? Yes. Could you have even more control? Yes. And even more control? Yes. And even more control? Yes. And could you have more approval? Yes. And even more approval? Yes. It's just a decision. Can you have even more approval? Yes. Where's all this safety and control and approval coming from? Somebody outside of you giving you safety, approval, and control? No, it's you. It's that higher self. It's that quiet space. It's that I that's always there. So could you give yourself even more love and approval and control and safety? Yes. And even more. 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 Yes. And from this space, when you look at all those responsibilities of running your team, being a leader, of running your home life, being the best that you can be. If there's any feelings that come up, allow them to be there and just allow them to go. I decide to let you go. I'm the boss. And work at it some more. Do the letting go processes some more. If you need extra help, reach out. And if all that feels really good from that higher space, that quiet space, because we're going to just let go and give ourselves even more love and approval. Yes. And even more safety. Yes. And even more control. Yes. And even more. And even more. And even more. And from this higher space, this quieter space, this calmer space, this more peaceful space, does everything seem like it's okay right now in this moment? And that's all that we have is this moment, these now moments. And they can just lead from one to the next. And everything's going to work out fine. We can succeed from this space. And we can help each other from this space. And we can get help if we need it. And we can be a leader. And if we mess up, it's okay. There's the next moment. And if we do a remarkable job, that's okay too. It's okay. We have this moment. So could you let go of this moment? And even more. 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 Could you just relax in this moment and breathe and have an amazing day. Aloha.